Okay guys, welcome back. In this lesson we are going to add some of the text animations that Connor has already created a template for us for. So we're going to be working between Premiere and After Effects a little bit in this lesson, but the first thing to do is to dive into Premiere and find the exact bits that we want some texting on. This was one place I thought that would be a good place for some text animation. So currently we have the overlay over some footage here. So if I play that for you.
He lived in a shack that didn't even have an address. His father was a pig farmer, his mother brewed illegal liquor, they were broke, and son was bullied at school.
So it's a little bit plain at the moment, just with the overlay and the visuals. So I think this would be a good place to add some text to sort of keep some interest going. So I think we're going to go with his father was a pig farmer, his mother brewed illegal liquor. I'm going to double click the subtitle here, that should open up our text. And I'm going to select this one here, his father was a pig farmer. I'm going to double click that, Control, copy. So now I'm going to go into After Effects, open up the text animation template that Connor's already created, and the first thing to do is to duplicate that. So I'm just going to do Control D. Perfect. Now it says text animation template 3. I'm going to rename that. So I'm going to click it and click enter, or double click and paste. His father was a pig farmer. Just type that bit because it didn't copy over. His father was a pig farmer. Now we've got to make sure we open that one up, and we're editing out of this one. His father was a pig farmer. So as you can see, Connor's created a control ready for us here, so we can play around with the text and the boxes that are seen. So I'm going to go to the end of where the text finishes falling, and that's where I'm going to change my text. So I'm going to keep the was and change his father here, which will be in bold because it's already set in bold. His father was, and then I'm going to change this line to pig farmer, full stop. Perfect. And I'm going to then delete the bottom line. So I've got his father was a pig farmer in there. I'm going to get rid of this section because otherwise it'll fall through. Turn that bottom box off. Nice, that's pretty good. I'm just going to play around a little bit with the spacing because the spacing's a little bit off there. So I'm going to go character here, and I'm just going to select all of that and slightly move up the spacing a little bit. Look, just so that that sits a little bit nicer into there. I'm also going to quickly as well, because this is bold, I'm going to change the word pig into bold as well, because I think that'll look quite good. There we go. Perfect, let's have a look at that. So we've got his father was a pig farmer, and then it gets rid of itself. Lovely. And that was a nice quick way to make a text animation that we're going to then add. So we're going to go back to the project, and I'm going to drag this in to our Premiere into here for now. Perfect. And bring that in on top of the overlay for now, and we'll work out where we're going to lay it. So let's line it up with his father here. Perfect. Let's go ahead and turn those subtitles off for now. So let's find the start of this there. So I'm just going to chop away that start and reline it back up where I want it. So let's have a look.
His father was a pig farmer, his mother brewed illegal liquor, they were broke, and son was bullied.
Okay, so it doesn't quite work timing wise. Now there's a few ways you can play around with that to make it work better. The easiest way is to obviously just quickly change the speed of this. However, you can dive into After Effects here and play around with the specific timings on this one. So let's just speed that up a little bit. So let's have it come through by about, just going to move that time frame there to about 3 seconds. And then let's just see how that looks. So we got, his father was a pig farmer. Yeah, so some of it's already there when it starts falling. I also might play around with the control here as well. What's good about this is then each one will be different. So every single animation you can play around with different timings on them, and each one will look a little bit different, so it'll feel a bit more bespoke. And then what I'm going to do to just make it line up even better is I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. So I'm going to press R on the stretch tool over here again and just bring that in a little bit so the whole thing is a little bit quicker.
His father was a pig farmer, his mother brewed illegal.
Perfect. So that's one of our texts there. Might add it underneath the overlay though, so that the overlay affects the text as well.
His father was a pig farmer.
Perfect. I might do his mother as well. So I might add the mother one in here and maybe play around with where these come in. I'm actually going to jump in and quickly do that one now. But I'm going to copy this time his father was a pig farmer, because I know the timings for that one are already pretty correct. So there we go, we've got that one. Let's quickly change the right in here, so we can just quickly jump in and change that to mother. We can probably fit brood in there. See, brood, yeah, and then change this. Let's have illegal again in bold. If we select where the pig is and change that to illegal. Illegal. And then space and select the farmer so that it doesn't go bold this time. Change that to liquor. Get rid of the A, obviously. Cool, so now let's see how the timing looks on that. It's fairly similar, so it should look fine. And what I'm going to do is, the timings should be fairly similar. I'm just going to drag that out. Okay, perfect. So it's in the right place. But I'm just going to then line that up. That starts about there. So they should cross over, sort of overlap. And just change that to 172 on the speed, because that matches the other one then. Right, let's play this through.
His father was a pig farmer, his mother brewed illegal liquor, they were broke, and Son was bullied at school.
I'm pretty happy with how that's currently looking. As I said, as the piece goes on, you might come back and change it a little bit, play around with it a bit, but for the most part, that's how you add those text animations in from After Effects into Premiere and change them around to make them more bespoke and fit what you need to. So I can go through the rest of the project now and add all of those text animations where I want them, just by diving in, changing it, and diving back in, dragging it in, placing it. So there you go. Join me in the next lesson where we will be covering sound effects. See you there.